When people start down a spiritual path, let's call it, and they start to meditate or practice listening to their intuition, getting still, that can be an endeavor that they almost do in isolation from another aspect of their life, which is where they're out taking action and making stuff happen in the world. And they kind of develop this capacity to listen or to feel into their hearts, but at the same time, they've got such success at making stuff happen through being intellectually strategic, and they almost experience making stuff happen in the world and being spiritually deep as distinct aspects of their life. So if this is you, I want to give you an idea today, a metaphor or a tool that can help you to integrate these two aspects of your world, of your life, of your experience, so that you can actually be producing in the world from the depth and the spirit and intuition that you're coming into contact with through your practices. I think one of the things that scare the shit out of people when they think about, if I just take this deep feeling inside me and if I give the reins of what I'm making stuff happen out there in the world of form to this thing on the inside that I don't have any rational, logical explanation for, just shows up, that that's not safe. I can hear it, I can feel it, but it doesn't mean I'm willing to trust it with my life, with my business, with my bank account, with my employees. That's too scary. I can't put my sales all dependent on the whims of my intuition, even though it feels deeper and meaningful. So that, I get it. But the way that you can learn to do that is to not just give it the willy-nilly reins of your whole life. You don't have to let go of everything in your whole world and trust from spirit right from the get-go. And actually, you're probably better off not doing that, because you also need to learn to be more nuanced in your ability to listen to what your intuition is giving you, to have more distinction on that internal experience. Is that from my gut or my heart? It makes a difference, right? There's an associative brain inside of our whole body that's giving us information through ways that we've kind of lost contact with. So we want to relearn how to use our entire body brain to think and make decisions, but we need to retrain ourselves, reconnect to it. So let's give you a middle ground, a tool that you can use to work your way into that place where you're completely trusting it in everything that you do. And the metaphor I have is to put your spirit on rails. So think of it like this. Think of, that what you want to create, it is whatever, 10x growth in your business, you want to build out a sales team, or you want to create some sales revenue in your company, or whatever it is. And that specifically this is what the outcome is that I want. So imagine that's a train station, and that's on these tracks that I'm on the same tracks that the station's on, and it's 100 miles that way, okay? 100 miles away. If I just continue on these tracks, then I will get there, right? And I will get to that goal, whatever it is, the sales team, the revenue, whatever. But how do I get from there to there? Now, instead of then asking your intellectual brain or going out and looking for strategy about what to do, how to get down the tracks, you want to take that question in. And so what is the next step I should be taking question is one that you want to stop asking the world out there, stop asking strategy, stop even asking what worked in the past, because that's going to get you maybe results like it did before, but it's going to get you them at the same pace that it did before, and there could be a much greater pace, a much more effective way of getting to the results. So even your past isn't the best place to ask. If there's a better place, I want to go there. I find that my intuition and spirit can be that, but I want to give you the chance to test that theory for yourself. So you've got the rails that you're on. I'm here, station's there, goal is there, and I go in and I be still. Whatever your practice is to create stillness and quiet, to get yourself connected to your heart, to your body, to the whole body mind, to your spirit, whatever you want to call it, your intuition, you get still and you ask, when that is where I'm going, we're on rails, spirit. I'm not saying what do I do with my life or what do I do today, just wide open. It's considering that's where we're going and there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, what is the next step? And then shut up. Listen, what is the next step? I'm asking this. I'm not getting on the phone and asking somebody else. The chance that they're connected to their spirit's probably slim anyway, so just go in and wait until you see it. Wait until you feel it. Wait until you know it in your heart. And then either do it or write it down and do it later that day. Or write it down and have your team do it, whatever the thing is. But the point here is we are committed on rails to a destination, and then we are asking our intuition, our spirit, what action to take to move us forward. So I look at it like this. this train station, the tracks, the rails, let's say, the rails is our focus. Our focus stays on the end, where we're going. The steam that moves the engine is our spirit. So every time we go in and we ask, it's like putting a log on the fire that makes the steam that moves the engine forward. The action is that too. They're kind of entangled into one. When I was maybe 2 or 3 years ago, I decided there were some things I wanted to create, and I decided I wanted to take my annual revenue and turn it into a revenue that I created the next 4 months. And so to think, oh, I'm going to take my annual revenue, at that point it was about $250,000, and I'm going to do that in 4 months, that felt like I couldn't reference my past actions on a way to do that. I could go ask other people, but the problem with that was the answers they were going to give me were going to have me doing work in a way that wasn't enjoyable to me. So I created a destination in my mind that in the next 4 months from this time, I'm going to have created 300 grand, a little bit more than my annual revenue. And here's the constraint, another constraint that I added on it. That's another thing at the station. So at that station, there's that much revenue, and there's the actuality that I got there by doing stuff that I enjoy. I wasn't working harder. I was having fun. It was true for me. So that's the station, right? I got there through fun, through true, through joy, and it's that much money. And then what? It's like, well, how am I going to get there? Geez, if I start to intellectualize that, the train's not really going to move very fast. The chance that I'll make it on time, not likely. So I took that commitment, which is that station, and I wrote it down on a piece of paper, and every morning I got up, and the first thing I did was I reread it. And the reason I reread that commitment and the constraints about what it is and how I'm going to get there in a conceptual way, like the experience of it, to refocus my mind on it. So I'm staring at the station. It's like it's there. And then once I'm like, that's where I'm going, right? Here's the rails. And then I went in. And so therefore, spirit, intuition, what's the next step? What do I do? Not going to try to intellectually figure it out logically. I'm not going to go linear. I'm going to go non-linear. What's the next step? That's where I'm going. That's not up for discussion, right? It's like, not today, not with the structure that I'm explaining today. That's not up for discussion. I'm going there. What's the next step? And I'll wait. Sometimes it was boom, 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 boom. I know what they are, write them down. Other times it's like, geez, I'm wasting a lot of time here. No, not wasting it, not wasting it. That answer is actually going to be powerful, sometimes easier to get to, and sometimes it's harder to get to, but my patience is what gives me access to it. And I'm waiting, and something comes, and I write it down, or I go and do it. And by 4 months' time, I had created that result in my income growth. Great. I'm happy. It felt good. It was fun. But the thing that I actually most loved about it is how I did it. The joy of creating by dancing with the universe, by saying, this is where we are going. We are going to dance, and it's going to be beautiful. And then putting my hand out and letting the dance happen by meeting whatever comes from spirit, from my partner of the universe coming through me as intuition and my action, and then intuition and my action, and intuition and my action. Chugga, 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 chugga. Today is the perfect day for you to create who you are. You are loved and you are powerful, and I am loving you simply for your being here. I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.